cam.
Yep, got the real lumpy cam. It's running on number 2, 2, 1 and 3.
Jesus. It's not a bank issue then, is it?
No.
Hey,
Can you see it? Can you see that cam's got no wear on it? See, it's all crusty because it hasn't been wearing on that back. The valve hasn't been coming up and pushing the lifter into the cam. We used to see this a lot. We used to see lots of sticky valves.
Did you? Yeah.
Yep, hundreds.
Oh, look, these ones up.
Yeah, that's nice and clean. Could we, if I disable it, give it a crank over, I want to get right in the back and have a look. And then if you just unplug the ECU for me.
We're going to crank it over on the key.
Yeah. It's too hard to do it by hand. Look.
Oh, the cam pulley.
Yeah, we'll just do it off the cam pulley, eh?
Yeah. You obviously haven't seen what I've been doing there.
Oh, you've been doing...
We were doing naughty stuff when you were on the lunch.
Yeah, look, there it is. So it hasn't been touching. That one's been stuck down. So there's our sticky valve.
Too hard.
Oh, you're off the cam. Jason, this is how not to turn over engine.
It's got a hard one. It's got a plug in it now, so it's got hard.
Got a spark plug. Just give it a flick on the key for me. I just unplugged the ECU so it doesn't start. No, we're not going to make much difference if it. We just flick oil everywhere. Put some coils in it.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, go again. So that side's crusty. Yeah, so it's pushing it down partly, but it doesn't come all the way up. So I've got flick. Give it a flick. Yes, it's so it's pushing down. Can you see there, Luke, where it's pushing down? So that's the push down side. But if you go round, see the coming back up, it's not following. The follower is sticky. And that is our problem. And that's why, but it's weird because it runs on 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, and as we go back the engine, so 5 isn't working, 7 of course isn't working because it's got no compression.
Yeah.
And on that side, number 6 and number 8 aren't working, which are all at the back of the engine. And we're wondering if it's because it's just throwing all that back in, it's got an internal air leak effectively. And that's why we smoke tested it, can't find anything. Injectors work, coils work, everything's working. Points towards that. What am I going to do? Don't watch? You still nothing. I'll see what we can come up with, eh? Let me just do some stuff. Hey, Joe. Have a look at this. So there's number 1, 3, 5. Number 5 is the same, but it's got compression, eh?
Yeah.
But possibly,
Not as much as...
still possibly got issues. It's possibly still sticking down.
Yeah.
If you can you just crank it over for me, and I'm going to watch that valve. Okay. Just let me see if I can get one of the back one as well. Yeah, I'm not getting a good view of it. Yeah, give it a go. If this side looks like this, what's the other side look? I did this side. I did the clean sand, the sand
yes,
up.
Yes. Oh yes, they look terrible. But that side's always the worst side. Is that right?
This is normally the worst side.
Yeah.
So we've got that down, and I'm putting this in here like this.
Coiling it.
Yes.
Hopefully. Okay.
Right, just slowly bring that piston, just nice and gentle. It's actually pumping oil out the cam there. Right.
That's good.
It's catching it, it's trying to push it up. Go solid?
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. So it just depends on where it hits and whether it actually manages to go under the valve, but we're trying to hold that valve up.
Yeah. There we go some more.
Nah, just don't want you to force it because you'll bend stuff. Yeah.
Back good though, didn't it?
You hit it. Dunk, dunk, dunk!
Yeah.
Dunk!
It flicked back good.
Right, give it a turn over.
That was harder than you were hammering.
You got ropes for me?
No, I've taken the rope out.
That was nicely done. Is it going to stay down again? We're going to find that out now.
Oh, it's rubbing on that cam now. Oh. That's a spark plug sitting in the hole. It goes down. Thanks, Luke. You enjoying it?
Yeah, right in the ribs. Luke, do it.
It's coming back up again. And look, it's making mush of the cam. That cam needs changing.
Oh,
To see how it's actually rubbing on that cam now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there would have been rub on the other lobes as well, but you've worn it off as it's been running. Well, I'm going to wipe this crap off, give it a sand. We'll put it back together, see if it runs, eh? Dodgy bush mechanics are us. Whoop, 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 whoop. He doesn't have a throttle yet. How's that sound? Yep, we go racing. Yeah.
So that was just fucking all the other cylinders up?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I reckon it was like an internal air leak.
Yeah.
So that's why it would run on the front cylinders but wouldn't run on the back ones. It's like a big EGR leak. Amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Dodgy fixes. You haven't got a thermostat in it, eh?
Yep.
It does?
But we've just cut the guts out of it.
Oh, yeah, it's just a restrictor.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because you're running stuff on the back, so you control it with the water pump.
Yes, yes, yeah.
If you run the fan, it drops temp. Isn't that how good it sounds? That's amazing, man. It is absolutely amazing. Sitting in the shed, we used to see this all the time. The guys that get them and they'd have stuck valves. So I might have done this sort of thing before. But the cams, we really could do with some cams in it. But I know what you like. It'll just keep going. As long as it goes, you'll be happy.
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's what we do anyway. Yeah.
Probably after the comp, change the oil.
Yep. Yep.
It took a bit to get oil pressure, which is a sign that it's been sitting for a long time.
Yes. Yeah, no, it was real hard to get oil.
Yeah. Can we go for a drive?
Yep.
We can actually go for a drive in it now?
Yeah, I think as long as our steering's going to work, not even clear it.
Have a feel for the steering, because I quite like steering. And the brakes, they good enough?
Oh yeah, no brakes, but we're making back brakes.
Brakes only slow you down. Winch stuff, ear muffs that are broken. They need a bit of a fucking. They need a revamp.
Yeah.
The carnage of spark plugs from you and us. I think it's been through a few. I think it was failing plugs. Look. Rivets.
Rivets. Oh, you have to see.
Yeah, that's just that's your warning buzzer. Stuff happens. It's good with a little the link can gauge in it, eh?
Yeah, they're good, eh? Yeah.
Yes, I'd say we've got fuck all brakes, but that's alright.
Down this way. Down the other. Come in. looks like you're racing on the weekend.
Yep, that'll be good.
You know I'm trying to hold a laptop here, eh? Oh, good. So this is the centre of the farm?
Oh, yep, this is, yep.
That feels alright, eh?
Yep.
We'll just get you to give a couple of bit stabs,
Yep.
just to see how it feels.
Okay.
If it doesn't do anything weird, we're going to call the tune good enough.
Yep.
It came out of a high ace van. Not ideal test driving without the... How's that feel?
Good.
Good enough.
Yep.
We'll mixture it another... Oh yeah, we can turn around. Head down there. You could have just driven down there and we'll just drive up there.
What's that?
You'll just drive up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
Well, that's a really interesting problem, eh? There's actually tracks all through here.
Yeah, it's a big, nice place, eh?
Yeah. Is it going to have sufficient power for the comp? That's what you want, eh?
Yep. Beautiful.
And it's smooth.
It is smooth.
Right, you can have a sandpaper too if you want.
Hey, ho, everything.
That's the cam reconditioning tool. Oh, yep, fan. I can cause, like, you can, have you set that up on your cell phone at all?
Ah.
So you can get it on your cell phone, you can enable it on your cell phone,
Oh, yeah.
and you just Bluetooth into it.
Yep.
Primo. Oh, we got a new one. Hey, puppy dog. Hey, pup. Hello, puppy. Hey. Hi. Hello. Good puppy. Good puppy. You could have been playing with Poppy. Hey. How's the pup around the car? Come here. Come here, pup. I got him. I got him. Are you in the slot?
Yeah.
Okay. I can dial in on the internet if we need to adjust it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
So go get it together.
Yes.
You're racing Friday.
Friday, so we'll get it all.
So if I get a call tomorrow night and need to adjust anything, just let me know and I'll just dial in.
Okay, cool.
Okay, mate.
Yep, awesome. That'll be awesome.
Right, guys. You might be wondering what you just watched. We were in a bit of a hurry. I wasn't going to get any footage of this job. But what happened was Luke turned up. They'd fanged a new motor in. They got out of the mate's shed from somewhere, sitting for a long time, and I had trouble getting the oil pressure the other day, and they ended up having to pull a sump off to prime the oil pump. It was that bad. It was really dry, and unfortunately they'd had the sump off, so Luke knows for next time to prime the oil pump when the sump's off. And they somehow managed to get the cam timing wrong, so they just flicked it apart to reset the cam timing, put it back together, and it wouldn't run. And Luke sent me some log files. I taught them how to do log files over the phone, and I could see it had no crank sensor, no crank input or speed input into the ECU. So I said, just turn up. I'll squeeze it in somehow. I'll fit it in because he wanted to go racing. This was on a Monday night. He wanted to go racing the following Friday. Yeah. No pressure at all. we looked on the Tuesday, we had another look, we got in, oh sorry, it was Monday, we couldn't get in with the software because he had Mac ECUs, Mac PCs, so we got Windows, he got in, no crank sensor. I said, come and see me. Bring it into me, I'll look at it. And I got there, it took me about 5 minutes, and I found what they'd done is they just crimped the wiring loom behind the hydraulic fan pump. It's been stripped, but it was crimped and it was shorting the wires out. So no speed input. So I did that, I repaired that, fixed that, started it, and it ran on 3 cylinders. It ran on number 1, number 3, and number 2. We found a little wiring issue to the coil on number 4, so we fixed that. We then had it was like 3.5 cylinders. It didn't really come up onto number 4 properly, but it's like 3.5. And the compression test was done, and we did note that number 7 was down on compression. We did some stuffing around, checking all the other stuff, checking for air leaks, because it really ran bad. Then we said, well, let's pull the tapper cover off. Got the tapper cover off, stuck valve. I tried the string under the valve to push it up, didn't work. So I hit it with a hammer. I got in with a punch, and I went just down the edge of the cam, tap, 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 and you just push the follower down a little bit, and then it punk pops up, and it's just, I literally, you hear it go tonk, it's a tonk. And then slammed it back together, started, and it ran beautifully. The cam should be changed, the rust. There's a few spots through the hardening. Luke's not going to change it, he's going to run it and until it breaks, which is how he's always worked. And the last engine did 13 years, so with next to no oil pressure at idle. But it was a pretty successful repair. I used to see this lots with guys with the engine sitting in sheds, and this is why I recommend they get prepped properly and get compression tested before they fitted like we do, to avoid this repair in the truck, because fixing them in the truck, it's hard work. It's much easier to do it on the ground. The most memorable one, actually, most memorable one of these was a jet boat, and the guy brought a jet boat in, and he had a breakup with his partner, and he went out jet boating one day and his engine stuffed out, so he had to get another one. But they pulled the first one down and it was full of sand, so the vindictive ex-girlfriend filled his engine with sand. He got the new one and started up, didn't run on 1 cylinder, which was weird because it actually ran on 7, it just didn't run on the last one. Unlike this one, was only running on 4 when it had a stuck valve on number 7. So anyway, and he just took the exhaust manifold off, went up with a pair of long nose pliers and just touched it up the exhaust valve, and pink, up it went. Oh, it was an exhaust valve, it wasn't an inlet valve. That's the problem. There's the difference. That other one was an exhaust valve. So, hey, interesting problem. We're pretty happy with our diagnosis, and we got there and we got it sorted. And Luke is, well, he was racing last night actually, and he'll be racing again today, doing a winch challenge. So I hope that's been helpful. Do we see? Catch you later.